I feel like he basically used me because he wanted a green card.
Hey people, how you are doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome back to my channel. So I'm thinking of this, I know it's morning yet, so I just woke up. So I'm thinking of making this segment called The Mess We See on TikTok because really I've been seeing a whole lot of story on TikTok that really does not involve other people's teacher or other people's reaction. And I'm like, you know what, maybe I should just make this a thing and just like call it The Mess We See on TikTok, okay? So let's see how it goes. So, okay, let's just see how it goes. Okay, so this is the first one. So, this video is a video of an African American woman who came on the internet to call her husband slash baby daddy out and her husband's baby mama out. Like, let me explain. Okay, so this African American woman said she had been married to her husband for like 12, 13 years. And then she found out that this same husband, which is an African man, he's married back in Africa with a whole family, meaning he has two double life. He has a life in the US and a life in Africa. And then she went on to talk about how the wife in Africa knows about this, but she didn't give a damn. But she didn't care about if he was married in the US. She still went ahead to be in a relationship with him and even have kids with him. Guys, I need you guys to hear what she has to say because I have so much to say about this. So just hear what she has to say, then we'll talk.
Okay, so story time. I've been married to this guy for 13 years, and comes to find out, yeah, I feel like he basically used me because he wanted a green card. I say this because I'm like, how were you comfortable living here in the States with me for the last 12 years? And then suddenly, oh, I'm going back to Africa because I have a whole new family. Interesting. Okay, so here's the guy. Yeah. So I just found out that he just had a baby last week by some chick in Africa who knew about me, but she didn't give a damn that I was pregnant and that we had a son of our own. And he's only 8 months. Oh, here's the home wrecking hoe. Oh, some red flags that I didn't pay attention to was the fact that he would say things like, oh, you're going to see, you'll see soon, you'll see. Or the fact that he cheated on me multiple times throughout our marriage. But I was the dummy in love. And I was like, oh, I'll give him another chance. He was going to be so much better. Ooh, joke's on me. I'm an idiot. And then other thing was the fact that he never stood up to me when it came to his family. I'm like, how is it that you're a grown man, but you let your mom and dad apparently talk you into getting married into to some other woman in Africa? Mind you, he's legally married to me in the United States. But leave it to the top snitchers, this too, to go back and tell every little thing that I post, to stalk my life and all of that. So here's where I have an issue with his family. So when I was pregnant, his family acted like they were so happy for me. Oh my gosh, we're so happy. Here goes his mom. That's my son that you're carrying. Ooh, yeah, my grandson, this, that. Let me tell you how not one of them have contacted me to check on him since he was born. Then for this one right here, I'm like, how is it that you're going to come to the hospital with his mom the day after I give birth to address me about naming my son? They thought I clearly said no, that I was naming him. Mind you, his name was after my grandmother who passed away the day before I went into labor. So I find it highly disrespectful that his family thinks they're going to come along and just rename him whatever they think they should. Not going to work with me. And some people say, oh, it may be messy to do this video, but wasn't it messy for y'all to go and for all of y'all, you grown man, your mama, your daddy, your sister, everybody who was in cahoots with this whole situation going down because, oh, I'm American. So sorry, I'm American and I'm not Muslim. So I don't fit into the mold of what y'all think people should be. For that reason, you thought it was okay to encourage my husband to get with some chick while I'm pregnant with his son. Kind of Muslim people are y'all. Mind you, this dude was literally like, I'm just like, y'all some crooks. Like, he was literally working here under his brother's name at one point. These are the type of people I'm dealing with. And y'all want to talk about me? Don't think so. So I know, yeah, some people might be like, oh, are you not messy for putting your business out there? Was it not messy for them to do this to me? Was it not messy for him to get involved with somebody else? And then also for her to willingly get involved, knowing that I was married to this man, knowing that we were welcoming our first child together. Was it not messy for his parents to think it was cute? Was it not messy for his parents and his family to act like they gave a damn about me? But yet, none of them, like I said, have checked on our son or checked on me. But yet, they want to be like, oh, you're my daughter, you're my sister, this to this. Yeah, I have blood sisters, and they don't treat me like that. They would never let some sneaky, sly stuff like this go on behind my back. So, really. So, who's more messy? Was it not messy for him not to consider the fact of how this was going to affect our son being raised, as far as you being a so-called dad and being present in his life? Like, how you going to do that if you live over there and he live over here? Oh, and get this. Here's the crazy part, y'all. This man is like, oh, yeah, you should be the strong one and move over here. So you can try to have me over there and have that little side piece too? Heck no, I don't respect her anyways. Because apparently she was already married before, and obviously that marriage didn't work out. So you thought it was cool to go get with another woman's husband. Mind you, the fact of that he was crying to her about being in love with me. So she's a dummy. Like, yeah, I really don't respect her, because I'm like, you do. I reached out to you even before any of this happened, because they was quote unquote supposed to be friends, but apparently not. See, snakes all around me. She is snake, he is snake, all of them some snakes. And you expect me to come over here and be like, oh my gosh, no, what you did was completely okay. I don't see any fault in that. It's not wrong. It's not messed up on any scale. And this dude is such a narcissist. Like, he knows that the naming situation was a big deal to me, because the name came from my grandma, who passed away literally the day before I went into labor. So I'm like, how is you think your mom is going to come and try to take control of giving our son a name? No. So he going to sit there and try to call our son the name that his mom picked out, after we had the discussion of why it was so important to me. See, now y'all see what I'm dealing with, right? And it's messed up. People put so much pressure on a woman, like, oh, it's up to me to decide how much you're going to be a father in his life, because you chose to step out on our marriage yet again and make a whole nother kid and affect multiple people's lives. But yet I'm the one doing so much wrong. And please don't get me started on his mama, the woman who only called me one time during my entire pregnancy to ask me about some things of his that she was going through. She's going through a grown man's personal belongings in his house. That's what she called me for, not to check. I don't know. I feel like I'm on such a rant today, because I'm annoyed at the fact that this girl told him that it was okay for me to raise my son alone, because her sister has 3 kids and she's doing it by herself. Like, I don't respect her. I don't respect her. She knew that we were married. She knew that I was pregnant. Like, she didn't give a about me, and she didn't give a about my son. So I don't give about her. That's why I'm putting her on blast, because I don't like shiesty ass women who act like that, but then want to be mad at the woman for, like, oh, don't attack the woman. No, I'm attacking both of them, because both of them was dead wrong. Both of them some snakes. Both of them. Karma going to get them back 10 times fold. It's insane, bro. Both of them. Like, her and him.
Please go down in the comment section and share your thought, because you know how we do here. We have amazing conversation. So go down in the comment section and share your thought. So this is it. Like, I personally have a lot to say. If some of you guys don't know, I am Nigeria. I live in Nigeria. So I'm in the motherland. And this is really a familiar case to a whole lot of African, like, it's things we hear a lot. So I'm going to give you guys a lot of closure, because she wanted to talk about how the husband's mother didn't like her, or they claim they care about her, but they didn't even check up on her. She not naming the child, she not allowing the husband's mother or husband's people to name the child. Like, I'm going to give you guys closure for some of you guys that don't know. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to give you guys like a bigger picture of how it really works. Yeah, okay, so this is it. So first off, I get it. First off, I'm not supporting the man. So I'm just trying to explain the real situation, even though I'm not in the situation, like the way it is here in Africa. Okay. So it's not if I'm supporting man or his other woman. No. Okay. So first off, they did her dirty. So it is what it is. But first off, I just want to say it's a thing in Africa that some women don't care if the husband has a wife, because it's a normal thing for a man to have more than one wife in Africa. So, being that because he's married and you think that, oh, another woman, he can't convince another woman in Africa to marry him. No. is a thing. And she even mentioned that Islam, meaning the husband is a Muslim or he's from a Muslim family, so that means that he's allowed to marry four wives. It's crazy, but that's what it is. So she's saying that, oh, the other lady didn't care about her, the other lady did her dirty. It's a way of life, yeah, like women do women dirty. It's just a way of life. Women, like a lot of women have been brainwashed to think that they just need to be under a man. Sometimes the husband might not be giving, man may not even be giving her anything financially, but they make them feel that they need to be under a man, they need to answer a man's name, they need to be with a man for them to be respected, for them to be fulfilled. So marriage is a big deal. So even when the man has a wife, they will still marry him. They will still be with him because it is what it is. That's just the way it is. It's like I personally, I'm from a polygamous, so my father has more than one wife. So yeah, it is what it is. So I don't feel like the woman intended to really come and hurt you, but okay, this is it. Let me explain something. I feel like this is also pitch back to how we are raised in Africa, that they raise us women to actually go head to head with each other, just the way you hear mothers tell you that, oh, if you don't take care of your husband, another woman will take care of him for you, those type of things. And they made us to think that when you're doing things like this, the only person you should focus on is the man. So take care of the man so that he does not, like, he loves you more than the other woman. So it's more like a competition, and I feel like that stems from the way some of us are raised. Some, I'm not going to speak for everybody. Some people were raised, yeah, enough. Some women were raised. So African women, they don't care. Some of them don't care if you're married or not. So not all, but some. Then the next point, she pointed out how the family was in on it, yada yada yada. Like I said, this is a thing, is a norm. So I don't think the family really think that they were doing you a bad thing, but because it is a norm in the society where they were raised, so it's a norm. If they do her dirty, yes, they could have just come out and tell her, but it has happened in several cases where even the wife in the house, let me give you guys a story. Even a wife in the house will be in the house, and the next thing they will just come and like, your husband just married a wife. And this one, the wife is already by the door. The new wife is already by the door coming into the house like, yeah, this is your husband's second wife. These things happen, okay? So the family, yes, I feel like they did that dirty because if you're in that relationship with somebody that is not from your society, be really transparent. Not really from your society, your community, be really transparent so that they know what they're getting themselves into. So that, and then she's talking about how the mother called once just to check up on, just because he was going through her son's things. It's a normal thing, it's a normal thing, it's not out of place. Mothers do that, especially mothers and sons that have close bond like that. The mother feels like she's the number one woman in his life. So yeah, she went on to talk about how after giving birth, she didn't allow them to name the child. I feel like, I'm not speaking for them, but I think that's one of the reasons why they are not reaching out to you, because they feel like you disrespected them. Because yeah, in Africa again, it is the man's family, the man that names a child. Things are changing now. People are naming their kids themselves, but really, it's really the man's family has a say in the naming of the child. It could be the child's middle name, but they will they will name the child. So you're not allowing them to do that. I feel like you just put a sour taste in their mouth. So I feel like that's one of the reasons you're like, okay, this is like they might just say, okay, and she wants to do it, let her do it by herself, and then they're just leaving you dry like that. So I feel like those are the scenario. I know that. I just want to point out, I am not condoning any of this, okay? I'm just trying to explain the scenario, how it work in some African home and how it work in our society here in Africa. I say in Africa. Why am I saying Africa? In Nigeria, I can only speak for Nigeria though. How this whole system works in Nigeria. So please go down in the comment section and let me know your thought about this. Go down and share your thought. If you're from Nigeria, you're from Africa, how does this type of thing work in your society and in your community? Go down in the comment section and share. And if you're African American, what will you do if you're to be this woman? How are you going to handle things? So please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think. So please keep it respectful. You don't have to disrespect anybody for you to air your opinion, because here on this channel we're very respectful. So be respectful, okay? With that all said, guys, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because that helps YouTube to push out my content, and that will be you supporting your girl. With that all said, share this video with somebody that you want to join this conversation, because like I said, that's what we do. We have begging conversation. With that all said, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I'll see you guys in my next video.